Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's Brad.
And Krista.
With the Big Family Homestead, and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas.
To you.
Yep.
I don't, it's pre-Christmas. It's
Christmas
Eve. Yeah.
Christmas Eve day, yes.
So we'll pre-Merry Christmas you.
Right.
So it's a preemptive.
It's Merry Christmas Eve. But we're still saying Merry Christmas.
Preemptive eving. I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, how are you guys doing? I hope you are having a blessed day. Hold on, you can't do that yet. We got to explain what's going on.
Okay.
Mama is making our Christmas meal, which is Christmas meat,
Yes.
which is actually a German recipe that we don't know the exact name of, but you think it is.
It's similar to sauerbraten. The only difference, I wouldn't say the only difference, but this meat is not marinated in a vinegar beforehand.
But
this
that's
is
delicious.
just roasted. That sounds really delicious, but this is just roasted and then cubed up and put into a delicious gravy with some very interesting spices.
Yep, there's some clove in there. That's what kind of gives it its signature. Yep. And then Mama will bake fresh Amish white bread.
Yep.
And what we do with it is you break that bread up into pieces and you put the gravy and the pork on top of it. Oh my gracious.
So yummy.
And what's nice about it, well, actually, you know what? I got to back up because we got to stall for a little bit while the meat
I have to take
rests.
the meat out so it can rest for a few minutes before I cut it.
So here's what happened earlier today. We're going to play you a video and we'll be right back. So here we go.
Prep the meat. I have gone ahead and trimmed as much of the fat off of here as well, except for that piece right there. And I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper this. But I need to wash my hands before I touch the salt and pepper. Sorry. All right, I'm going to go ahead and salt it kind of liberally. This is Himalayan sea salt, so it's not very salty. Not like table salt is super salty. And besides, this is a big chunk of meat.
You need more than you actually think.
You need more than you actually think.
Yeah. And besides, a lot of this is going to come off in the cooking.
Right.
Which then
flavors the gravy.
Yes, I was going to say then the gravy does not need pretty much to be salted at all.
Exactly.
So you get salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, just all over it. If you want different seasonings, you can do different seasonings. We just generally do salt and pepper. Garlic tends to burn.
Okay, so now I noticed you've got the bone over there, but it was cut off.
I cut the bone off. I'm leaving it in there for flavor.
It'll help the gravy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, chunks of meat.
And it does have a little bit of meat on here, so we'll pick that off later.
That sounds like that should be a rapper name, Chunks of Meat.
Nice.
DJ Chunks of Meat.
Nice. No.
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 So now,
Okay, so
what else you got?
We just need an onion for right now.
And onion.
And onion. And it doesn't have to be fine, chopped up fine. It doesn't have to do anything but add flavor.
Just going to give up its juice.
Right.
And I'm glad you're doing the onion because
I know you don't like onions.
Normally we love our Thrive Life onions, but this is one of the times where you got to have a regular, full-size onion.
Like I said, it's just a rough chop. Nothing big.
No big whoop.
No big whoop. We're gonna our oven is heated up to 400 degrees. And you know, I am gonna put a little bit of butter in the pan there.
Get some of that fat going.
Yeah, I mean there is gonna be fat from the pork here, but I will put half a stick of butter in there just for flavor.
Yes. So now the butter is just going to go in the bottom of the pan.
It's just going to go in the bottom of the pan. I will cube it up a little, not cube it up, but give it, slice it.
A little cut.
You know, just so that I can spread it around. Just spread the love around.
You.
Hey!
Can't you see we're filming here? Oh my gosh. It's like there's a chaos central here. All the time.
It's a circus.
It is a circus.
Yeah.
Family circus.
So this is just going to go in the oven for an hour at 400 degrees.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay, 400 degrees.
Yep, just like that.
And we will be back right now. Alrighty. So that is the preparation of what is in this pot right now.
Right here.
But before we show you this, we need to show you the little man.
Right, because he's got to go to bed.
You know, you guys have been asking to see grandchild Elijah. Well, he is happening to be right here, right now. Jessica and Jonathan, you got to smile and say hi.
Elijah. Well, here, look. No, don't take off the microphone.
What was that?
Here, look. Say
So,
hi.
yeah.
Say hi.
Can
you wave?
Not
Can
in the
you
mood.
wave?
He is so tired. He is
Can you wave?
exhausted.
I know, that looks delicious. Good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy.
Job.
Yeah. So little man,
Good
you
night,
can
buddy.
go. We were holding him up.
Yeah, we
so
were
that
keeping him up.
so that he could go to bed because we're gonna go to church later.
Yep.
And the idea, the plan at least, is keep him up as long as we can.
Right, keep him up as long as we can. That way he'll take a nice 2.5-hour
Bye,
nap.
guys.
And he'll be happy during church. So
That's fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Eyes crossed.
knees
Legs
crossed.
nose
Yeah.
hairs crossed. Whatever we got to cross, we'll cross.
Exactly.
Video
Okay.
magic.
Right.
So now let's go. Let me change to the recipe screen. Okay. So this is what Christa did.
Right. And this is a, in the cow world, it's called a standing rib roast. Well, this is the pork version of that. And I don't know if it's called the same, but it is the ribeye part of the pork. So it's the chops, the loin. I have no idea. But it's going to be absolutely delicious. So we've let it rest for a few minutes. I'm going to use my little turkey forks here and take this out.
Mike DeFazio, future production assistant. You could run the show, bro.
Yeah, no kidding.
It is amazing.
I think he's talking about Elijah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not him. Like, he is the boss.
Yeah.
He does video production all the time.
Right.
Yeah, confused there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was a bone that I had cut off. I think we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, guys, is just how much technology has come so far so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can make a production like this for very, very little money.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've got the onions here, and I did cut off quite a bit of the fat. These were pretty fatty pieces of pork. These were from the first pigs we grew here in Wisconsin, and they were very fatty.
Well, she's cutting, let me tell you. A friend of ours, who will remain nameless, he particularly likes a lot of fat on his pork. Well, we didn't really know what we were doing, and he convinced us to get these pigs up to 400 pounds plus. Now, let me tell you what. First of all, that was a huge mistake because now we got to cut off a ton of fat on every cut. But what was worse was trying to get these pigs loaded to go to the meat processor.
Yeah.
Because they, bizarrely, for whatever reason, they didn't want to go into the truck.
Imagine that.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Kind of like they knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And let's just say what should have been a 10-minute job
3 hours?
was 3 hours with 4 grown people.
Yeah, it was insane.
They just didn't want to go.
All right, so here's a piece of the inside. I'm not going to pick that up because that's really still pretty warm. Cooked at 400 degrees, so it's probably still...
Cheryl is saying, I don't see anything about the bonus cans being offered for joining Thrive Life at their web link. Well, okay, first of all, the cans that are coming from us, they're not going to be on the Thrive Life site because it's not coming from Thrive.
Right.
Those are coming from us.
No.
So when we see that you sign up, we'll send them from us.
Right.
The other cans that do come from Thrive Life, they're added when you sign up.
Right. They come with the kit.
It's just added in.
It's just added into the kit. Yeah. I need another
I hope that clarifies that there, Carol. So let's see. What are you guys cooking for Thanksgiving? Man, I am behind the 8 ball today. What are you guys cooking for Christmas? Or if you're not having a Christmas dinner, what are you making for dinner? What's on your menu plan, guys? Plan with Jen. Merry Christmas Eve to you. Oh, no. I noticed some other folks have had some medical issues, and we will definitely be praying for you guys, most certainly. Hang in there. Hang in there. There was a lady earlier.
Yeah, her husband's in the hospital, and she's
Lynette.
on oxygen, and
Definitely
my
prayers
heart goes
for you
out to you guys.
Definitely prayers for you too,
Yeah.
Jen. Tater salad. Merry Christmas from Dennis in Denmark. Cool.
Oh, hello.
All right. What time is it? There's it 6 hours difference? 5 hours?
Probably 5. Germany is 7 hours.
Depends on where, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Looking delicious, says Jan. Enjoying your family. If you think about it, please pray for my husband. Absolutely. He's in the ICU. Ooh, mamacita. I will say yes to that. Mm-hmm. Oh my gracious.
Is it good?
I wish you guys had smell-o-vision and taste-o-vision, because that's delightful. And that's without the gravy.
Yeah, that is without the gravy. And this roasted for about an hour. Actually, I didn't set a timer, so it could have been a little bit longer. But it is... It's, I would say it's medium well. There's a little tiny pink left in it, but it's going to continue to cook. So it's not, this isn't done.
Mike DeFazio says, soup, ham, and stuffed shells.
Ooh, yum.
Stuffed shells. Oh, I love stuffed shells, but we don't have them very often because they're so putsy.
They're piddly, yeah.
Yeah. Ham and au gratin potatoes, says Pepper Leah. Condi's 75s, pozole, and green enchiladas. Yum.
Pastole?
No, there's no tea.
Oh, pozole. Okay. I don't know what that is. There is a lot of fat on this.
I know.
So I'm not going to stand here and cut this whole roast while you guys are watching. I'm going to cut a little bit.
Get the gravy going.
Yeah, and I'm going to get the gravy going, yeah.
Deli sandwiches tonight. Pork
that bite.
nachos tomorrow. Anne is making ham, mashed potatoes, pork stuffing, bread stuffing, squash, carrots, gravy, and a homemade rolls. Man,
that's
you
a
got
lot.
your hands full.
Yeah.
Tater salad says it's 10:18 in the evening in Denmark.
Oh, my. So it's almost Christmas Day.
Yeah. Pre-Merry Christmas to you. Delaney B says mom's making venison backstrap. Nice.
Nice.
Stuffed cream cheese, onions, mushrooms, and wrapped in bacon. She makes the rolls.
Yum. Okay. I'm going to just wash my hands up real quick here. A little greasy.
Monica Sherman's making pozole and tamales as well.
Oh, funny.
Huh.
Must be a thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks making Spanish, Latin food, Mexican food. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so this is how I cut it here.
Yeah.
Just little cubes. No big deal. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. But you want bite-sized pieces. I will stick this over here.
Hey, Steve Gnink. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
He was overcoming the dreaded COVID as well, but getting better day by day.
Good,
Praise
good.
God.
I'm glad.
That's awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to make a basic gravy. Now we've got our fat from, I put some butter in here, and the fat that came off of the drippings, I guess you could say, off of the pork.
Drippings.
Yeah. And I'm just going to pour some chicken stock in here.
Get her going.
To add some more to it. I know a lot of people do their gravies differently. This is how Brad's mom taught me how to make gravy, and it has turned out perfect just about every time. So
You actually do a great job with the gravies.
It's been...
It's crazy.
I've had a few mistakes.
Very few.
Yeah.
Hey, Lola Granola is here. She's making your rolls.
Ooh, very cool.
Nice.
I noticed a lot of folks were making the sweet rolls, and somebody was making the artisan bread.
Nice.
And, yeah.
Jess is here too. They're heading out for family events.
Oh, very cool.
All right.
Hello,
Tess
my
from
friend.
Germany. Cool. Merry Christmas to you. We're having antipasta platter, Sicilian, arancini. Arancini? I don't know what that is. Arancini. Cheese fondue. Oh my gosh.
No idea what that is.
And tiramisu. Oh my gracious.
fondue,
You
yum.
guys are going to be feasting. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
All right, in this bowl, I have some flour, just some plain old flour. Thank you, dear. Just some plain flour, and I'm going to add some water to it and whisk it to make it similar to a pancake batter. So kind of thin, not too thick.
Mind your way.
No, I just don't have enough counter space over here.
I was just saying, I'm trying to
I'm
make
gonna
more
move
space
this
here.
out of the way. No, it's all right. I'm just gonna move this out of the way.
And you got to get that burner going, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you want a hot and cold for gravy. You can't do hot and hot or cold and cold. It will not work. It will not work quickly. I'll just say that.
And you get lumps otherwise.
No, if you have a lumpy flour, then you have lumpy gravy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this on a high temperature, and I'm putting both burners on because it's a big pan. And I'm just going to get this mixed up here. And I probably need more water.
And it's just water and flour.
It's just water and flour. I could use broth and flour, but Mom always put the broth in here and the water in here. So.
And from the video earlier, there's a good chance she won't need to add any salt at all. You got to be very careful with over salting this gravy because there's a ton of salt that came off the pork when it was being cooked.
Right. Well, and also if there's still salt on the pork as it's cooking in the gravy, that will come off and season it.
That's right.
So you got to make sure that it's not too salty before you put your pork in.
Yep.
So here we've got our pancake batter. Not pancake batter. It's just flour and water.
Gravy. Isn't that considered a roux?
Yes. I don't know, actually.
I don't know.
No idea. I'm going to take my whisk and kind of scrape the bottom to get the tasty bits off.
Yeah.
There they are.
You need the gloves.
Hot pad.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn myself. It's no fun.
It's no fun.
It's no fun.
Actually, you know what? While she's doing that, Mama decided to give you guys a Christmas treat if you so desire.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, you started, so I was.
Well, no, you were smiling, and I thought you wanted to. You keep smiling, baby. I like that.
I'll keep smiling.
No,
Scraping.
go ahead and tell them.
So, well, it wasn't just my idea. It was
your
both
idea.
of us. No, it wasn't. We decided to put our cookbook on sale that this recipe is in. So I'm sorry to those who already have it, but those who don't have it and wish to buy a PDF of our cookbook, our family favorites, it is on sale for $10.95 right now.
$4 off.
Yep. And we'll leave that way until the end of the year.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it's a Merry Christmas gift to all of you who watch us so very faithfully.
And we're very grateful,
Yes.
guys. We are very grateful. Oh, Delaney B made potato chip cookies.
Awesome.
They are amazing. She
Yeah,
says.
they really are super good.
Let's see.
Some yummy bits on the bottom there, and look how dark that is. It's such a rich gravy. I love it.
Oh, Shauna says, I work with a large Hispanic population, and tamales are a traditional Christmas dinner for a lot of them.
Oh, very cool. I didn't know that.
Did not know that. I love tamales. We were just talking about it. She's not so much a fan of the corn.
No.
I am. I love it.
All right, I'm going to wait till it comes to a boil because you want, again, hot and cold. So.
Right. Let's see. Steve says he could go for some Christmas street tacos.
Oh, street tacos are so yummy.
Street tacos, man. That's it's a hard thing finding good ones, but the best ones I've ever had, it's all about the meat, and then you got a little bit of onion, a little bit of cilantro, a little bit of lime, and that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
And the best we've ever had, it was just some ratty old looking
Truck.
sketchy food truck in
Florida. Yeah.
And boy, they were good.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I ever had them. I think you had them. I don't know if I ever had them.
I'm
Maybe.
pretty sure you did.
I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, see, the thing is, it's the masa, I guess.
She's just not a corn
I
fan.
don't like, okay, I love tortilla chips, and I love flour tortillas, but corn tortillas just have this
I love it.
flavor to them that it tastes like it's rancid to me. Yeah, it does. To me.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Della Smalley, thank you. Steve says we made smoked pork shoulder tamales last year. Oh my gosh.
Yum.
Heck yeah.
Pork shoulder, anyway.
You know, Steve's really good at whipping up spices and different sauces and things.
Yeah.
Did you ever ended up getting that set up to where you could sell them, Steve? Because he was trying to get to that point, and then I think you might have got sick. I don't know the timeline.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, shameless plug for Steve. He makes sauces and stuff. So track him down.
You know what they say, right? Watch pot never boils.
I'm watching it. It's getting ready to boil.
Chicken forever.
Yeah.
And that's not that it never boils. It just seems like it takes forever. But you walk out of the room and do something for 5 minutes, and it's boiling over.
Yeah.
I actually did that with milk the other day.
You
I was
yogurt.
making yogurt, and I turned it on, and I thought, oh, I'll be back in a half an hour. It'll be fine. Hour later, the kids are yelling, Mom, the milk is boiling over. Okay. So it had boiled into the stove. It was a mess. It was in the kitchen downstairs. So, But it made great yogurt.
Kurt says in Japan there's a flood to KFC. I've heard of that.
I heard that, yeah.
They just love the fried chicken recipe.
Funny.
Love it.
That's really funny.
There you go. Playing with Jen's making potato chip cookies today.
That's
Yay.
awesome.
Lola Granola says she knows what you're talking about. With the
corn tortillas. The corn. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. Maybe it's the lard that they're using.
Craft Lover says the same thing. They taste rancid as well.
Okay, good. So it's not just me. I'm not weird.
Well, I wonder too.
Well, maybe
Because we love cilantro, and they say that there's been studies done that say that some people just love cilantro, and other people think that it tastes like soap.
Yeah.
Just straight up like soap.
Right. Yeah, there's another plant that it tastes very similar to cilantro that grows. It's very prolific.
Yeah.
It's called popolo.
Yeah.
And it tastes very similar to cilantro. So those of you who have that taste of soap, try popolo. You'd have to grow it yourself because it's not sold in stores. It's hard to find. I tried it, and I tried one leaf because some friends of ours, Heather and Kevin, over at Go and Batty, they grew it when they lived in Ohio, and I tasted one leaf. I burped for a full day. I burped that taste, just one leaf. I ate it by itself. It was ridiculous. All right, we're boiling here. So this is not all going to go in here. This is going to go slow. I'm going to pour a little bit and whisk. Because if I do too much, then I'll have a big, thick glob of gravy. Now, I also will make this thicker than a normal gravy, like a turkey gravy or a chicken gravy, because that pork is going to go back in there, and the juices from that pork are going to thin out the gravy.
It's amazing.
So I don't want it thin. I want it a little bit thicker, but not like paste.
Because it's going to simmer for hours.
It's going to simmer for hours in the oven. You're going to cook it in the oven for several hours at 200 degrees.
Hey, Rose made potato chip cookies with Reese's peanut butter chips this morning. That's a different kind of take on it.
Yum.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
We might have to steal that from you and call it our own.
No.
You know, I actually, if you guys remember, there was a motivational speaker individual dude named Zig Ziglar, and he recently has passed away. But I used to work with him, and he was such a godly guy, super generous, always willing to go the extra mile, no matter what. Matter of fact, the shows that we would work at, these motivational speaking shows, and in the contract, in Zig's contract, he had to be home no later than Saturday afternoon because he taught Sunday school at his local church, and he was not willing to give that up, even for a big fat paycheck.
Yeah.
But Zig used to say, and I've copied this because it's beautiful, it's perfect.
You stole it. No,
I did, but when you hear it, you'll understand.
Yeah.
He used to say the definition of originality is the ability to forget where you heard it.
The problem is you
Or
know
saw
where
it.
you heard it, so you can't claim that one for your own.
The definition of originality is the ability to forget where you saw it.
He was an amazing man of God.
Yeah.
He was very honorable. He never got into an elevator with by himself
Nope.
and another woman.
Wouldn't do it.
Nope, wouldn't do it.
He always was worried about his reputation and people accusing him of things that didn't happen.
Right.
And boy, he was just a really good dude to work with. Yeah, I mean, the last book that he wrote, he gave everybody in the entire company a copy that's signed with our names.
Right.
Not just like, here's my name, like Zig Ziglar.
Right.
To Brad, you know, and then that was a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't there like 300 people on staff?
yeah, there was a lot of folks there.
Uh-oh. Kathy, her husband's from Puerto Rico. I need to know, does your husband make empanadas? If he does, I need to talk to you guys.
Send him over. Send him over.
My family, my mom's family is Puerto Rican as well. And my aunt used to make these empanadas, were just absolutely delicious. And I never did get that recipe. And she's still alive, but she's not.
It's distant.
It's very distant. And she's getting older, so she's not remembering as much. But anyhow, this is not even quite done yet. I mean, I've added almost this whole bowl.
But that's perfect.
It's not there yet. It's still got to be a little bit thicker because of the pork. I'm just going to add the rest.
Monica Sherman says, I lived in Florida when Zig Ziglar spoke there. I wonder if you knew the company that I worked with. I didn't work for, but I worked with.
Yeah.
It was called Get Motivated, and they were out of Florida, Tampa. And so I was there a lot, and I was like a subcontractor, and that's who hired Zig all the time.
Yeah.
Because we'd fly all over the country, and they would ship my gear, and then I would do video interviews for like big sports stars and politicians and, you know, the muckety mucks of the world, the uber wealthy.
Yeah. Rubbing shoulders with Gorbachev and Bush. And
George W. Bush was there a lot.
Colin Powell.
Colin Powell was there a lot. It was cool to meet,
Bang.
Jerry Lewis. Everybody says he's got a bad reputation, but I found Jerry Lewis to be really nice. He, I think what it is though is he's hyper professional.
Oh wow!
Like you will behave as you're supposed to on set, and if you don't, then I could see. Well, and as you should be.
Right.
But I think maybe because he had the reputation of being a comedian, that he thought people would screw around.
Mess around all the time.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, but if you acted professionally,
Yum.
It was fine.
Okay, here, you want to taste?
Yes, I do. Thank you, baby.
And this will will taste better.
Perfect.
Because I'm not done with the gravy. Where'd the other hot pad go?
Oh no, baby.
Good Lord. I need to have them on strings like they do the mittens a long time ago. Because I keep losing them.
Yep. Oh, but now you need to tell them about the season packet.
Right.
That's the important thing, because that's just a gravy.
This right here. So, okay, yes, I have to make the season packet.
That's the important thing.
And this is the important part. So
this is what separates it from every other
gravy. This is what separates it. So I have a piece of cheesecloth. It's probably 6 by 9.
Oh, here, let me go to the
It just has to be big enough to hold the seasonings.
There you go.
So we need 6 bay leaves. 1, 2. Oh, that's a broken one. That's okay. Oh, come on. 4. 5. No, that's a little one.
You're looking for the bay leaves?
Yeah, I'm looking for like bigger, full ones. Then we need a tablespoon of peppercorns. I forgot my tablespoon.
Cinnamon Pass Homestead. Merry Christmas to you in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of friends down in the Ozarks.
Yes, we do. Tablespoon of peppercorns. And this is the challenging part, is keeping the peppercorns on the cheesecloth.
You're doing great, Mom.
Thanks. And then it says a half a teaspoon, but honestly, it's hard to measure a half a teaspoon of cloves. So for this amount of gravy, I'm just going to do a teaspoon.
And that right there is the flavor, that seasoned packet.
I should probably measure a half a teaspoon and then say, okay, use this many cloves and not an actual measurement. And then we're just going to tie this up. I go corner to corner.
Merry Christmas, Brenda.
Excuse me.
Plan with Jen. Which cookbook has the potato chip cookies? Do you know?
It's our family favorites.
Is the one that's on sale?
Yep, it is the one that's on sale.
It's the one that's on sale.
Yep.
Our family favorites.
Yep. Now, this is tied up tight. We don't want any loose peppercorns or clove coming out of this seasoned packet because nobody wants to crunch into that
Ooh, yeah, that's
when they
bad.
bite into a piece of meat.
God's cherished child says Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
That's very kind of you. We love all you guys too, so thank you.
Now,
You got one pokey. You got a
it's
poker?
okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's safe. I got it.
Merry Christmas,
Now,
Mary.
this little packet is going to go nest inside this gravy. I'm not going to do it yet because I still have pork to put in there. But you're just going to put this in and submerge it under the gravy after you get all the pork in. And then you're going to just let this roast until you're ready to eat it. So if you're not going to eat for several hours, turn the temperature down to like 170 or however.
Barely going.
Just barely going. We usually let it roast in the oven, or simmer, I should say, in the oven for 3 or 4 hours at about 200 to 250. I'm going to put it at 200 because it's going to be a little bit longer. We won't be back until like 4.
How about this idea? What if we come back? I'll leave all the stuff set up.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get back from church, we can show them the finished product. We'll just go back live.
We can do that.
Because, see what you guys think.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because it just won't be a long live stream. It'll be like, hey, here it is. Here's the bread.
Just a few minutes and
show how the completed
you don't have to
thing.
come on live with us. You can just watch it later because
That works.
it's family time.
Yeah. So I'll leave all this stuff set up then, even though it's kind of in the way, but that's okay.
Who cares?
We love you guys enough to deal with the mess.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, then we'll see you probably, I don't know, what time you think? Maybe 4?
4:30.
Let's
Depending on when we get back from church.
Let's say 4:30.
Yeah.
All right. We'll try to be back on at 4:30. Don't hold us to that in case, we get attacked by a roving pack of Yeti, because that happens. It does.
No.
And the only thing that keeps them at bay is, fresh bologna. So you got to throw the bologna at the windows. Did I ever tell you about that time we got it?
Okay.
No.
We hope everyone has a very blessed Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
You guys don't want to hear the story about the Yeti?
No. Put in the
What?
stream. Come on now. Come on.
No. The locals called him Gene.
Come here. Whack.
Love you, baby.
I love you too, honey.
All right. Have a great Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
guys. Merry
everybody.
Christmas.